What do we mean when we talk about a target ROAS bid strategy? First of all, ROAS, return on ad spend. Return on ad spend is basically the amount of revenue you get divided by the cost. So it tells you for every pound or dollar you put into a campaign, how many pounds or dollars you get out. So a 400% return on ad spend means if you put $1 in, you get $4 out. So that's what ROAS is. Now, the target ROAS bid strategy is an automated strategy, which means you're not going to have to tweak your bids and make any adjustments to help improve the performance of your campaign. What target ROAS does is it uses Google's AI uses all the data in your account and in your campaigns to figure out who best to show your ad to that will result in a sale. And because we're using a target return on ad spend, Google's will use the algorithm to try and get the highest value of conversion of purchase that it can for your click. So how do you decide what target ROAS to actually set when you create this campaign strategy? This will depend obviously on every business. Every business is going to be different as to what return you need from your ad spend. You have to take into account overheads, product cost, etc. But in general, you're probably going to want to pick a target that is similar to what the campaign has been achieving in the past. Basically, Google's machine learning looks at the data in the account and it uses that to figure out who are going to be the best potential people to click on the ads to get you the return. If you switch to a target ROAS bid strategy and Google suggests to you that you should start with a 300% return on ad spend. If you decide that you want to stick 700% in instead, then chances are you're going to have a big drop in traffic because it's going to take Google a while to figure out the difference between a click that's going to get them 700% return on ad spend versus a click that's been getting 200% ad spend, and that's the data that's in the account because that's the performance it's been getting. You can always slowly tweak and adjust that target over time, but I would suggest when you first switch to that automated bid strategy, you pick a target that is similar to what the account has been getting in the last couple of months, and then slowly over time increase that to try and raise the results that you're getting. Now you can either set an automated bid strategy per campaign, or Google does allow you to actually set what they call a portfolio bid strategy. Now what this does, it allows you to set an automated bidding strategy, for example target ROAS, across multiple campaigns. So if you have an account that maybe doesn't have lots of traffic and lots of conversion, don't forget the smart bidding strategies, it needs data in order to work really well. So Google recommends at least 30 conversions in a month, preferably more. If you don't have that volume of conversions in a single campaign, you can set a portfolio bid strategy and use one bidding strategy across multiple campaigns. And then what that allows you to do is combine the data from all those campaigns to give Google a better chance of actually succeeding. Now, of course, this assumes that all your campaigns are going to have the same target. Sometimes that's not the case, so you just have to work with the specifics of your account to see whether that is something that you would like to try. Now, it goes without saying that if you switch to an automated bid strategy, anything like device adjustments, location bid adjustments, audience bid adjustments, any of these adjustments that you have made in that campaign in the past, those will be essentially ignored. Anything except a 100% device adjustment. So in other words, if you have a campaign where you have added a 100% negative bid adjustment for mobile, for example, because you don't want to show that campaign on mobile, the smart bidding will recognize that. Any other kind of adjustments, that will all be ignored because the smart bidding strategy is what is going to be making all those adjustments basically at the time of the auction to get you the best results. So when should you switch to an automated bid strategy from manual CPC? I would recommend that you need, as I've already mentioned, you need conversion data in the account. So At the point where you are getting consistently maybe 30 to 50 conversions in a month, then that's a great time to switch to an automated bid strategy and to test it. If you're not sure whether it's going to work, you can actually set up an experiment and split your traffic half and half. You can have half of your bidding, half of your campaign traffic using your existing manual strategy and half using the automated strategy. And that way, if you're worried that it might spoil things might go wrong, you're only splitting half the traffic through the automated bid strategy. But in general, if you're seeing fairly good results in your campaign anyway, and you switch to an automated bid strategy to target ROAS, generally what I see is it will usually kind of continue that performance and probably over time do a little bit better, because Google has so much more data and access to so much more information at the actual time of the click than we will ever have, that it can use that to obviously improve your results over time.